And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 253 pounds. He wears the white trunks with red and blue trim. He is from Marshall, Texas. His professional record, an outstanding 74 wins, only 4 defeats, 67 big wins by knockout. In 1968, he was a U.S. Olympic gold medalist. He went on to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He is a legend in the boxing circles in the heavyweight division. Tonight he makes his first defense of his title, introducing the current WBU Heavyweight Champion of the World, Big George Foreman. Once again, referee Richard Parker with final instructions.
This bout is for the World Boxing Union World Heavyweight Title. For those in this room, from this point to the end of the bout, both of the Bay Area command. Both of them. Tell me what you both like to touch gloves, come boxing.
The 3 reasons why George Foreman is fighting here in Japan. 1, he likes the sound of making $400 million for the fight. Also likes the sound that he weighed in at 114 kilograms. And he can eat more sushi than cheeseburgers. But there is George, as light as he has been in 6 years in this comeback at 253. And Crawford Grimsley looking to make a name for himself here tonight. Right now, people aren't sure who exactly is fighting Foreman, whether it's Broderick Crawford or Will Grimley or Ed Grimley. And Crawford Grimsley wants people to know his name.
He says in the ring, have his style. He says, I'm a boxer puncher. He says his best punch is either one. He says, I don't know which one is my best. I can knock him out with the right hand or the left hook.
Foreman, when he beat Schultz, was for the IBF and the WBU. All right, what stands in front of Grimsley? A man who has been down in 78 fights on only in 3 fights. Against Muhammad Ali, against Jimmy Young, and against Ron Lyle. Larry Holmes trying desperately to get a fight with Foreman. As a matter of fact, there's some talk of that possibility since Larry is coming out once again of retirement. And you would think the only reason he's coming out of retirement now is to get a little bit of a tune-up with the possibility of a Foreman fight out there for him.
That may be the only direction that George Foreman can go. He says, now that Tyson is out, I'm having trouble getting opponents.
Matter of fact, there are no recognizable names on his ledger until tonight. That included his own name. Second round. Grimsley moving around wisely, a little of the Tommy Morrison approach when he fought Foreman and brought Tommy Morrison to victory. Just resetting.
Yeah, Foreman not a fighter who likes the lateral movement. Grimsley is giving him now.
Minute to go in the second.
Foreman's got to pick up the combination. He's landing with the jab, trying to get Grimsley. Watch that jab. You set your opponent watching that left hand, keep it going, wave it at them, and then crack them with the right hand.
Round number 3 of this scheduled 12-round fight. Ted Williams, one of several baseball players who played that game over 4 decades. George Foreman turned pro in '69. He fought in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. And who knows? Could be on his way to become a 5-decade fighter.
Well, the crowd thinks something's happening here. Since Foreman putting more pressure on. Some power behind his shots. And getting down too, George getting down, he rotates real. Even me as a young man when I was growing up, he lived with us in our home for a short period of time. Taught me never to read the press. He says they're going to either build you up too high or put you down too low. He said you got to do your work when nobody's watching. Good uppercut from Foreman. He got up every morning and did his road work. Taught me a lot about boxing.
That much here tonight.
Grimsley's not used to going this far in a fight. He has 18 first-round KOs. Crawford does. Been past the third round only on 3 different occasions.
So this right now, the 4th longest fight in the career of Crawford Grimsley, who did not have any amateur fights. Started his career at a late stage, just 2 years ago at the age of 27. Adding up the victories, but the question of who has he fought. Matter of fact, he knocked out a Perfecto Gonzalez, who was less than Perfecto that night, to win the Fecker Box title. That's the Central American and Caribbean Championships. And then, adding credibility to that title, he defended against John Morton, winning the fight, having won 11 of his 46 professional bouts.
Well, you know, that's the tapes that they sent to George Foreman. They sent him his first few fights with Perfecto Gonzalez, Ron Roulette. So he says George Foreman knows nothing about me. I know everything about George Foreman.
Oh, there's that.
Foreman
coming on. The shots of Grimsley having no effect on Big George. 4 rounds down. We move into round number 5. Back in '73, when he fought Joe King Roman. Put Roman down 3 times inside of 2 minutes of the fight, and it was stopped there. Here he moves into the 5th round.
Grimsley coming out, a strong punch downstairs to the body. Crawford again to the body, and then up to the head. That's what Crawford Grimsley needs too. Stunning right hand forced Grimsley back. Now Crawford retreating.
Oh, 2 shots upstairs by Foreman. He strikes. There's the uppercut inside, and Grimsley is hurt. A very respective Japanese audience.
No, but it's up to Foreman to make Grimsley fight. Foreman has to cut off the ring and make Grimsley fight.
George in no hurry. Figures that while I'm in the ring, I might as well get a workout. 18 months since his last fight.
Oh, nice right hand from Grimsley. Grimsley has to get more of those going.
Come on. Vamos. Eso es. Repítela 2 veces, la derecha el pecho y te agarra, vamos, eso es.
Going to beat Foreman, going to knock him out. How many times you've heard that from fighters going in against the likes of Foreman, against the likes of Larry Holmes, and then once they get in the ring and find out what the experience means.
And the power means there's another headbutt from Grimsley. Joe Frazier in a fight that he was not expected to win. In fact, when he walked out for the instructions, George was so afraid that Joe Frazier, the great champion, would look down and see his knees shivering. And then he went on to knock Frazier down 6 times and out in the 2nd.
Great, gentlemen, no punching. Back it up. I got you. Back it up.
This card started over 3 hours ago, and here's George coming on. And I'm just saying, George has been waiting for 3 hours. He's got to be getting hungry by now. First fight back is 267. George, never fast, never will be, so he turned big into an advantage. Now Grimsley, moving back, but like you're saying, off the ropes.
Yeah, George has to control this. It's up to George to step over, cut off the ring, and keep Grimsley from running. George is the more experienced fighter. He is the veteran. He is the professional.
But he just can't sustain that attack. Sledgehammer shots by Foreman, but few and far between.
They're singing Killer Grady. Beat him up. Slaughter him.
They're singing Celebrate. Hey. And the crowd now gets into it. every time Foreman picks it up.
Yeah, hear that clap from this crowd. Ooh, left uppercut from Foreman. Foreman has to put these punches together, though. The one shots are not going to do it with Grimsley right now.
Foreman had the WBU title. He hasn't fought for a year and a half, and that may have been the best punch by Grimsley in the fight. Grimsley walks into that one.
Walks into that one. Foreman has to put the combinations together.
Come on, George, a little more. Come on, George, down there when he does that.
Angelo Dundee calling out from the corner instructions, and they're simple. George, okay, nail him. Fight. Taking his celebrity to a foreign land where his name is selling this fight. Well, for a man who has been past the third round only 3 times, where he's going into 12th, but I must say has not been an accelerated pace. Foreman stepping towards his man, clubbing. And now the diving Grimsley holds on. This is the first fight in 21 that Grimsley has actually been punched back. And winning his first 20 against very low-level competition.
Final round.
And that really upset Foreman, the headbutt. Crawford was all right, you know, until he headbutted. Now George is angry. Intensity. Basically going through the motions, doing what he has to do, getting the work out. Now, because he was headbutted, taking exception and going after Crawford Grimsley.
Yeah, blood coming down. Bad cut over the right eye. Foreman, as we age, the oil creeps out of our skin and cuts them more prevalent than they were earlier in our lives. The skin dries out, and then you hit in the eyes.
You know, George cuts now, and he means he can't fight for another, 90 days.
90 days.
These guys are for a year and a half. Still, yeah, as if he's going to fight within 90 days anyway, right? Try to explain these also as we go along.
Hold up some points. The last part of that. The pressure that Foreman should have been applying back in the 4th, 5th round. Another part of this fight.
Oh, left jab by Foreman. Jab's been his best punch. He really has not tagged Grimsley in 12 rounds with a big right hand.
Yeah, but here is the danger. Now Grimsley cut over the eye. The real danger in a fight like this for Foreman is of him going along, just going through the motions that we talked about, is he gets a cut. In the final round of a 12-round fight, he suffers a cut.
Well, in the middle of the ring, Crawford Grimsley is surrounded by his corner, the thrill of just going to 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision for the winner, and still WBU Heavyweight Champion of the World, Big George Foreman.
George Foreman, at the age of 47, returns to the ring after a year and a half out. And with the unspectacular 12-round victory over Crawford Grimsley.